I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers even though he still plays under the rim.
Now here's Ellis. Here's the screen. Screen by Ellis. Hill with it. Gasol covering. Outside, George launches a three. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his third assist on the night.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Conley. Right side, Gasol. Now the dish to Randolph. And Allen with the block. Now the Pacers moving it up. Ellis, the pass to Allen. Wide open. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Allen kicks to Randolph. Outside Conley. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Grizzlies have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Now here is Conley. He's got 8. Left side Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Nobody near Allen. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Down low. And it's Hill. That time the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 15.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And George, here we go. The kick out to Hill. Stolen by Allen. Green up on top. Allen against Gasol. They kick it out to Green. He dishes it to Randolph. Shot is off. Hill with some nice D.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Allen against Hill. And the pass to George. Count the bucket. And now a 6-point Indiana lead.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Stolen by Allen. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You take a look at what Ellis has done so far. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, and changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Conley with it. He's got 8. Here's Gasol. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gasol's got 17. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick, but you look at what he's brought to the table over his career, points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. It never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you That guy's as tough as they get.
Here's Ellis following the score by Memphis. George dishes to Allen. Shot from free throw range. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Pacers lead by 6.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Here is Conley. Gasol a screen. Conley kicks to Green. It's Allen on the wing. Feeds to Randolph. 5 to shoot. A baseline J, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Conley against Ellis. Pick up by Hill. They set the pick. Hill passes to George. It's rebounded by Randolph. Randolph's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot by Allen. It's rebounded by Ellis.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
That's good. And that's now 19 points here for George.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him. Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year. But after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And Indiana making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Carter's checked in. Outside Randolph. Back to Conley. Launches it. Good. Conley's got 11 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Stuckey against Allen. Kicks to Ellis. To the paint. Here's Hill. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Gasol, a screen on Ellis. Conley kicks to Gasol. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. Second, the Grizzlies. The Pacers 4th.
Yeah, if you want to see how hard these two teams play, just take a look at the points allowed a year ago. I mean, that is impressive.
And he makes the first.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for Ellis. Memphis also making some changes. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Lee comes in for Tony Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Now here's Stuckey. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about. But all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yes, 3rd in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. 1st in the NBA in bench rebounding. And top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench.
He's off on the second. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago. You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
That puts them in the lead. Lee's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And here's Miles outside.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Now, here's Chalmers. Hill pulls it in.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Now, here's Mahimi. 6 points for him. It's back to Hill. It's stolen by Carter. Lee dishes to Green. Pacers with the rebound.
And the Pacers were third in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Now here is Carter. Memphis moving that ball around. Left block shot on the way, and it's Gasol with the bucket inside. Gasol's got 21.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
But he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Memphis known for how tough they are at home, but they were equally tough, Clark, on the road last season.
Yeah, grit and grind travels well, Kevin. I mean, even on the road, they were able to force teams to play at their pace.
Hill, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. The Grizzlies also making a change. Matt Barnes is checked in for Carter. Pacers trail by 4. And here is Stuckey. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mahinmi passes to Miles. Here's Stuckey. Mahinmi kicks to Stuckey. It's good from long range.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball. And guys, consistency always a key for the Grizzlies. And when you talk of consistency, how about having the same field goal percentage, whether away or at home?
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. And Hill has it in the corner. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists in the game.
And you know, to be able to knock down shots on the road the same way you do at home is why the Grizzlies racked up 24 road wins. I mean, it helps when you can attack the basket as they do and work things inside close to the rim.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Marc Gasol. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
And so here is Indiana. The Grizzlies making the shot. It's Hill on the wing, defended by Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Hill drives in. He kicks it to Mahinmi. Poked loose. Now Green. Lee left side. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Stolen by Miles. Stuckey dishes to George. From deep three-point range. Offline. It's a tie game in Indiana. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point.